Sharp editing.
I have the Star Wars characters sing All-Star.
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds Transformers is a great game. Do not diss for Transformers, aka my biggest passion outside of Skylanders.
Of course.
I have the Star Wars prequels trailer in Infinity War style.
Oh yeah, I have that.
I love how you've seen half of these.
Yep. I watch YouTube. I don't just do YouTube.
Obi-Wan has PTSD.
You live YouTube.
I live and breathe YouTube. Like literally, whenever I breathe out YouTube videos.
Ad revenue.
Oh, I wish I had ad revenue. You know, I was so close to being able to get monetized, but then they changed the monetization laws, so I'm not going to be able to be monetized till, like, probably, with the rate I'm going at, until about 2020. But hey, I don't do this for money, I do this so people can enjoy it.
Star Wars songs, okay, that's...
Which is what all the fake YouTubers say, but they don't really mean it, but it's also what the small channels say, but they mean it, pretty much.
I actually prefer smaller channels to bigger channels, honestly, because smaller channels seem to appreciate things more.
Yeah.
Smaller channels, if you do a stream, you don't get flooded with like 50 trillion comments in the first 20 milliseconds.
And I can actually read all of them.
Yeah. I have intros. That's really random. Okay. I have the Skylanders for Life playlist. It's just tons of music, which has the trader raps, because I still like them. I still like the music.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big music goer myself. Like, I don't really keep up with the bands and stuff like that. The only kind of music I like is more orchestral type music. You know, the music is in Skylanders without lyrics and stuff like that.
Yeah. Even though the original one kind of has lyrics.
Yeah, that's true. Like, the soundtrack is kind of meant to have kind of like a mumble of lyrics, kind of like how the Skylanders were supposed to speak gibberish originally in that game.
Go, yay!
But it kind of like scrambled up for lyrics to make it more of a like hum more than anything.
Like, they actually had like random gibberish lyrics that were originally supposed to be the lyrics for
the main theme in Spyro's Adventure. Yes, I know of that.
Yeah, it was originally okay. Striker Hero Camo is now on his channels.
It's now on his what?
Mine isn't though.
What's that?
On Crafters Feed.
You know, you guys should check out Striker Hero Camo just because I'm on his channel. Boom. 100% logical reason to watch him.
Channel soon because I have a Discord thing with him, so. This doesn't even feel like we're doing a video. It just feels like we're kind of just randomly talking.
And with some gameplay in the foreground. I would say background, but for the video itself, it's in the foreground.
This is a podcast. It's just like Tex said, it's a podcast.
Nothing wrong with a good podcast. Another thing, more things which I tend to watch a lot of.
So,
I just tend to love watching a lot of things about movies and video games, and that's about it, really. Screw knowledge. Who needs knowledge when you have video games, right?
Exactly.
Would you rather have wealth or knowledge?
Drobot. He has both. He has arcane technology and he has the freaking biggest intelligence in the world.
The thing is that no matter what you choose, you can get the other, because with great knowledge, you can get great wealth, but with great wealth, you can buy great knowledge. So no matter what you choose, you pretty much get both.
Yeah. But if you choose Drobot, you also get a giant awesome...
you don't have either.
I picked Jobot purely because I want a flipping dragon. Like, I want Toothless, guys. Ever since I saw Toothless for the first time in How to Train Your Dragon, I was like, yep, I want one.
No, Jobot's better.
Nope, I'd take Toothless any day. But mostly that's because I just have a huge, like, nostalgia behind How to Train Your Dragon. Like, honestly, How to Train Your Dragon is my favourite DreamWorks franchise.
Is that your childhood movie?
No, my childhood movie is actually Cars.
Same here, man.
That was mine as well.
Well, then again, we were born around the same time, and Cars was pretty big for kids of our age, so I'm not surprised about that too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to have so many Cars diecasts and stuff. Like, I think I had hundreds upon hundreds of them. Like, seriously, I think I only gave up Cars diecast because I started to get into Skylanders.
So you know that first movie that has, like, the weird horns on the front of him?
Yeah?
So I had a figure of that guy, and I had this giant cup of cars, like little figure car things. And whenever I'd reach in there, he'd always poke me with one of his horns, and it was really annoying.
Yeah, the thing was that when I used to play with my toys, I always played with them quite rough. And what I mean by that is bashing them together and stuff. So a lot of my toys were very easily broken when I was younger, and it always annoyed my parents.
I think one time it stabbed me so deep that I was, like, bleeding, and so I came down crying and go, "The car stabbed me!"
That sounds like a fun day.
It was very great.
But yeah, the reason why I have so much nostalgia behind How to Train Your Dragon, going back to that, is because How to Train Your Dragon was my first ever cinema experience. It was the first ever movie that I saw on cinemas.
It was one of mine. It was one of my first as well, because I went there with my dad around, like, 2011. I don't know why.
How to Train Your Dragon came out in 2010.
Well, I don't know. It was still one of my first ones, and it was in the movie theater for some reason, so I went to go watch it because I hadn't seen it yet. Because I see movies late. So the only reason I say that is because while we were sitting in the theater waiting for it, I was saying how Skylanders should get a TV show and a movie and everything.
Right. And then we got a TV show 5 years later.
All we need is a cinematic movie made by Michael Bay.
Absolutely not!
What about Chuck Norris?
Explosions.
Chuck Norris would be better than Michael Bay.
We need explosions.
No, we don't. We do not need explosions. Unless it's Boomer, then we need explosions. But if it's not Boomer, then we have no need for explosions. That's it. Why don't we just hire Michael Bay to make a Boomer movie? Boomer for movie.
Exactly. So you say unless it's Boomer, then we can have explosions. He could just make Boomer the main character of the movie.
Well, Boomer was a main character in a book once. It was called, like, the, Arcane Robot of Doom or something, where Chaos set out to, like, control this mysterious arcane weapon, and, Boomer was one of the main characters in it.
I read that.
Yeah, the Machine of Doom. Yeah, I read it as well. It's actually not that bad.
I was a big reader when I was little.
I have never been a big reader. I've not been much for reading books. I'd rather watch a movie or play a video game, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Like, I was a big reader until I got an iPad, and then that was all I was ever using. That's broken, and I have this phone.
It's actually really good being a big reader, though, because being a big reader, trust me, it gives you huge advantages in later life, like, especially in subjects such as English and things like that. And I'm putting the volume back up here because now it's gone from being too loud to too quiet.
You know what I like?
What?
Audiobooks.
Yeah, when are we gonna get things that do like 3D prints? Wait, hold on a minute. Never mind, we already have those. Technology is growing so fast you can't keep up with it. Like, think about it. In 15 years in the future, the technology that we know to this day will become so obsolete that, you know, kids in that generation won't even know about the stuff that we use today.
I'll walk up to him and be like, Sonny, did you realize we have these things called iPhones? And they're like, what you talking about? Have this holo projector.
Yep, basically. And then they have technology that's so advanced that we don't understand it, so we become like the grandparents of that generation.
How do you do this? You press a button. Which one? There's only pretty much having grandkids is kind of like free tech support. I don't know if you guys seen that commercial or not, but it was like it had tons of examples of stuff, and then it was like it's also like how having grandkids is free tech support, and then the kids were coming over to the house, and then it was like, hey, none of this works, and then they just handed them all their devices.
I remember there was this advert once, which was called like Protect Your Bubble, which is about, you know, protecting gadgets and stuff. And it was where they had like this dad figure in, and he was like, so you did all of this on the line, and then his son just gets so embarrassed, he's just like, it's online, Dad, not on the line. And then that just shows the differences in our generations, I suppose. Okay guys, I'm currently in my least favourite zone in this game, which is the spin zones.
Yeah, I hate those.
I just made this current generation sound super stupid.
If you met my grade class, they would agree. Trust me. Some of those people belong in an asylum.
Okay, I'm trying to get this coin right here, and I'm probably going to fail getting it.
We were talking about, like, you know, the old people, and it was like, how do you turn this thing on, Sonny? You just press the button. Which button? There's only one button there, Grandpa.
Yep, fun times, I remember those. Guys, I did a great job, yay!
Today we had the iPhone. No one cares about the U-phone, Dad.
Back in my day, we had Amazon Echo.
Yeah, well, now we have a robot maid, so go away.
Yep, the future's going to be great, just so long as we don't have robots to overthrow us before then.
Yep. I was watching this video, and it was like this channel that like scares people. It scares people at like food chains, and he uses like different stuff to do it. Like he's used FNAF stuff, he's used Fendi, and he was using this robot where it just kind of sits there, and then it looks over and goes, "Hello."
That sounds like a messed up channel.
It probably is.
It's funny as heck because all the people for the food chains know who the guy is, and whenever they get scared by him, they're like, "Yes, I got scared by him. I'm on YouTube now." So there's this one guy in the robot. So the robot showed up and looked at him, and the guy goes, "Please don't be Ultron."
Avengers Age of Ultron was so disappointing. Like, honestly, I wish that movie was better than what it was. It's still a good movie, it's just not as good as I was hoping.
Well, it was the You Are Not Worthy meeting. So
I didn't watch Age of Ultron, to be honest. I haven't seen it.
The problem with Age of Ultron is they took what was an awesome villain in the comics and just made him, you know, just a regular generic villain. Like, in the comics, he is incredibly threatening. He kills so many of the Avengers in the comics. And then in the movie, he does basically nothing except kill Quicksilver. Spoiler alert.
That movie's a feature, so I'm sure they're fine with it.
I like the way how I say spoiler alert after the spoiler, though.
Yeah.
I knew about most of the movie's plot and everything because I watched the Lego Movie game cartoons.
The Lego Movie, for 1 hour and a half Lego commercial.
No. How dare you have such a low opinion of the Lego Movie?
I am kidding. The Lego Movie is awesome. I adore that movie. Okay, so How to Train Your Dragon might have been my first cinema experience, but the Lego Movie was by far my most funnest, because it's just such a fun and fast-paced movie, you know?
Proper grammar.
Yeah.
Very much proper grammar right there.
I know, right? But hey, that's just because cue the song. I'm not going to sing it because I spent 3 years trying to get it out of my head, only for it to get back into it.
Everything is awesome.
Exactly. Whoa, there's 3 years of trying to forget it gone down the drain.
Listen. Okay, so I'm kind of obsessed with Lego Movie. Obviously, I'm obsessed with Legos in general. And every day when I go to bed, I turn on my stereo, and that's always what comes on first. It's that song. I've memorized it. I probably won't be able to sing it now because sing along with it, like, impeccably.
Which one did you guys prefer? Did you guys prefer Lego Batman or Lego Ninjago? I definitely preferred Lego Batman.
I liked Ninjago just because
Nostalgia.
I was obsessed with it since like the second it showed up on Lego.com, and I had a lot of appreciation for all the little references.
Yeah, but at the same time, the movie kind of did its own thing. It was very loosely based off a show.
I know, but still, I was happy to see such a nostalgic thing for me getting a movie, because it's Ninjago, why can't you?
When are we gonna get nostalgia for movie?
When
It's like pretty much every movie put together.
Basically, yes.
Like you have the ones that are rated G, ones that are rated PG, PG-13, and then rated R.
See, when are we gonna get the like actual Bionicle movie? Because I know there were Bionicle movies, but Bionicle's awesome and it deserves a movie.
Yeah, Bionicle was great, but I grew up with Hero Factory.
Same. Everybody hates on Hero Factory. I'm like, freaking shut up. I love it. I love Hero Factory. It's amazing. Long live Hero Factory.
Even though it was already dead.
Freaking Hero Factory.
Yeah, I remember my friend got me like a Hero Factory toy for like one of my birthdays once, and I couldn't put it down for like the next 5 weeks or something.
Yeah, I think I got Split Face, or the one with the one with the two faces.
Yeah, Split Face.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I always used to love like battle games and stuff. Like one time someone else for my birthday got me like this battle set that included like mini catapults that launched like these discs things, and the whole idea was that you'd either play as ogres or knights, and you'd have to like shoot off these discs to knock down all of the other team's people. And I just used to play this game all the time. I just loved it. It was more like a strategy type game.
Like, I'm pretty sure that was a gimmick in Bionicle.
Potentially.
Because, like, there were a lot of disc launches in Bionicle. A little bit after Hero Factory went out of style and everything. Well, it was never in style because everybody hated it for some reason. But as soon as Hero Factory ended, I became like physically and mentally obsessed with Bionicle for some reason.
Okay, let's just hope that I didn't forget anything, guys.
What?
Let's just hope I didn't forget anything.
What would you do if Hero Factory got a reboot?
Watch it.
Yes, these are simple questions with really simple answers.
I wouldn't just watch it. I get it.
You know what, guys? You know how I just said I hope I haven't forgotten anything?
What?
I just forgot something.
I can't believe you done this.
Never mind, we can come back later. I need to come back through these stages anyway to complete them on Nightmare mode for the achievement, so once I come back for the, like, Nightmare runner for this level, I'll just grab it then.
I'm trying to find this guy's map, because I made a bunch of characters for Fear Factory. I made a bunch of mocks, my own creation. I might jump off my phone and jump onto my computer, so if I leave for a second, that's why.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot how flippin' good Riptide is right here.
Riptide is great.
I originally thought it was underrated, but now I see why, no, not underrated, overrated, but now I see why people say he's so underrated, because the thing was that when it comes to Skylanders, if people say they are overrated, and I disagree with that, I say, that, wait, what? I just realised what I said made no sense. No, what I meant is that whenever anybody says that Skylander is underrated and I disagree with it, I say that Skylander is overrated. And that's what happened with Riptide, you know. So many people say he's underrated and I highly disagree with that. But now I can see why they're saying it.
Okay, I'm gonna take on the last realm I can do.
By your gameplay experience.
The best realm is still the water realm, because the water realm is the easiest one.
High quality H2O.
Yep, and because of that, of course.
Yes.
Luckily, I remember exactly what floaty life preserver I missed, so like I said, I'll come back and do that when we do the Nightmare Runner for stage. Oops!
The hardest realm for me was the magic one.
Oh yeah, I hated the magic one. Did any of you see my magic realm let's play? Oh, it was awful. Literally the worst things that could have happened all happened at once.
Yeah.
I still haven't beaten it.
Wow.
I have two magic senseis. I have Pinata and I have the other one. Mystic.
Okay, so what happened is that to 100% of the magic realm on my let's play, I had to go through it 5 times. The first time was just to beat it regularly, then the second time I glitched the game, then the third time I was 2 seconds too slow, then on the 4th time I died at the last minute, so then the 5th time was when I finally got it done.
Speedrunning that is gonna be a nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
And I played it on Nightmare mode, so I find it hilarious that you guys mentioned in that.
I'm gonna see if this child wants to call.
Yeah, guys, Nightmare mode is a nightmare.
Like my life.
How am I going to be any good with magic? I am a water element Skylander.
No, you're not. You're Ignite the Fire.
Well, I'm playing as Riptide, so deal with it.
So freaking bad.
Yeah, because we're hipsters.
Okay, guys, it's this part where you get to visit Eon, and it's just like, Portalmaster rank up, Portalmaster rank up, Portalmaster rank up, Portalmaster rank up. Okay, what rank do you think I'm going to get to, guys? My bet is 7.
You and your Skylanders have done very well so far. And now it is time for you to take the next step in your journey as a Portalmaster. Just as your Skylanders can level up, you too can become
Jesus.
Headphone users, I am so sorry.
That is animal cruelty.
That wasn't because of you.
That was
That was
headphone
not-
cruelty.
Alright, so listen. What happened is I was already on the phone, I joined on the computer, and it glitched out.
Oh, big surprise there. This thing always glitches out.
If it's not your gamepad, it's your phone, pretty much.
I just realised in the same session we've offended so many people. We offended the French, we offended the headphone users, and we offended everyone else in the process.
sent them. We murdered them. We murdered the headphone users.
Yep, because we're nice people like that.
We brutally murdered them.
Yep, we ripped them open. We made their earphones just explode and their brain go poof.
We slaughtered them. We slaughtered them like animals.
Like Mammoth's Word. Which, if you guys have studied for poem Mammoth's Word, you would know why I say that. Because Mammoth's Word is basically a poem about a wolf division that basically got told to walk towards a forest where the Germans had machine guns. So basically, because they was out in the open, the Germans just got the machine guns and just absolutely mowed them down. It was a slaughter. Because of a military mistake, because the military assumed that they wouldn't defend themselves. But the Germans, of course they was going to defend themselves. Okay, who's ready for rampant ruins, guys?
Not me, but let's do it anyways.
I will be ready.
This is actually one of my favourite levels, though. I'm really looking forward to this level.
Do you guys want to see my many Hero Factory mock stuff?
Yeah, well, I'll be able to see it, but the people who are watching it won't.
Okay, well.
Hold on, if you show us the stuff, I can put the iPad in front of the camera quickly. Okay, here's the Hero Factory stuff, guys. Hopefully you can see that. This is why I'm glad I'm using a camera, not a capture card right now, but it's also annoying because I just got a capture card, so I can't utilize it just yet. We're gonna have to wait to utilize it.
There's this guy.
Nice. Yeah, he's got the orange one as well, even though you're not in front of the camera anymore. I just showed off that first one.
Oh. And then there's this guy.
That's a lot of guys. Reminds me of that one movie where there was literally a character called Guy. I can't remember what movie that was though. It was obviously something forgettable. That's the thing though, I watched so many movies that I can't remember all of them because at school the other day I was trying to make a reference to a specific movie for a joke, but I incredibly failed that joke because I forgot the name of the movie.
Well here is this guy, which is actually a Stormer.
That guy was my favourite character in the show.
I haven't seen the show.
Furno was mine because he's freaking awesome. Frickin' Furno, he's frickin' red, and red is frickin' awesome. Frickety frick frick.
That's a lot of F words.
Not that F word, I don't say that F word, I only
Good, because that is the one word that is not allowed.
What about all the other curse words?
Any word that is cursed is no-no, is a big no-no, guys.
Yeah.
Only carp and frick are accepted words.
I say carp cakes, for some reason, and, where is it? There it is.
Cupcakes are my dad, honestly.
Yeah, carp cakes, and then I say sugar, and then I say, what's the other one? Carp cake, sugar, and then I have another one. Oh yeah, barstools. With an L.